welcome to the Figment Collective. It's so good to see you guys again. Sorry for the brief hiatus that we took, but you know, the holidays are a special time, and I hope you had a good one. Tonight we will be playing session number 7 of our wonderful D&D 5e Spelljammer game, The Light of Xaryxis. Just as a quick reminder, this is an 18 plus stream. So if you're not 18, then you're
12.
There we go. So love you. Not the stream for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the claps are the claps important.
Is that what?
However,
if you're not 18, then you're 12. Once again, you just had this disclaimer.
Old enough, but minor coded, like our lovely Milo, you're still allowed to watch.
She's travel size. I'll fight you for low.
Just so everybody understands, means I'm very short to a point that alarms people when they meet me. I'm very, very small. I'm very, very small. I'm an adult.
Wow.
It's very important to understand that.
Yeah. That's a brief rundown of why we're an 18 plus stream.
Just a small one. Oh, I'm sorry.
Along with that reminder, we do not endorse the behaviors of any of the characters in our stream. Just because our characters do it doesn't mean you should. We are not going to be having a Sunday stream because it is New Year's Day. Happy 5th year in the apocalypse or whatever.
Death to 2022. Something like that.
Yeah. Before we move on any further, I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to our wonderful Star Shard Stories for a little announcement.
Hi, so those who are aware, I am no longer employed under Dinner and a Game Show, so all of my stuff for Changeling the Lost Bristol Lost, starting next Monday, actually, January 2nd, and January 7th, in our morning game, will be running on the Starfield, which is my Twitch channel. So if you want to come see that, come see the stuff. Hype us up. We're already affiliates, so hype us up.
Do the hype.
Do it.
And with that, also, you can always find our material on our same handled YouTube. And, you know, you should do it. You should just do it. It's a great place to find stuff, that YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and go around and introduce ourselves. For once, I'll start with me. Hi, I'm Avery. Great to meet you guys. If I haven't met you before, I will be playing literally everybody who's not a PC. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to our wonderful 3LC. Feel free to introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm 3LC, aka Third Life Crisis, and tonight for our D&D 5e Spelljammer game, I am playing Xeno Skycaller, the Changeling Bard.
He can changeling a few things about me, that's for sure. All right, how about we're going to pass it on to our wonderful Az. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Az. I'm going to be playing our numbers guy, Podget Lone, tiny little auto gnome, definitely not traumatized, totally fine. Scrap metal fixes everything.
I don't know if the numbers support that, but hey, we live to play walking contradictions.
Yeah, it does. It totally works out.
Wonderful.
Never
Then we're going to go ahead
odds.
and never tell me the odds. We're going to go ahead and pass it down to our wonderful Star Shard Stories.
Hello again. I just talked not even too long ago. Hi, I'm Star Shard Stories. I'll be playing our lovely Vega Bright Sails, our Astro Elf extraordinaire. Well, she should be blood sails at this point, but you know.
There's a double entendre in there somewhere, and I'll let you find it. Wonderful. And finally, and definitely not leastly, hit him with it, Milo.
Hi, I'm Milo, and I'm going to be playing Silverdella, and she is our celestial tiefling paladin who is confused mostly, but delighted by life.
Me. Just fucking me. Wonderful. All right. And with that, in our last sessions, we started off in the wonderful metropolitan area of Hue on the planet of Mundus. It seemed like a normal day for most people. Shore leave for the wonderful Podget Loan and Vega Bright Sails before some rather troubling crystal vines seemed to just spring up out of nowhere, destroying the most populous areas of this metropolitan city, at which they flew off in the Moon Dancer out into space, getting to view the entire world. Many of these crystal vines sprouting here and there from the planet, with various misadventures that you can catch on our YouTube. The party managed to find their way to the Rock of Brawl, a spaceport out in the Astral Sea, where they met the lovely gift ship captain, who has led them further on this adventure to the Tower of Topola the Wizard, and all of her wonderful little auto-gnomes who seem to have quite the affinity for our Pagellon. And just as an astral storm rolled in, the violets and blues and dusts of gold illuminated the patchy, torn sails of an astral galleon. As the party moved out to the dock to receive them, the last words from the absolutely charming Commodore Crux were, "Damn Vam-pirates." And that, my friends, is where we pick up.
Do we have an issue, Commodore?
Oh, I don't quite know about an issue, but I find the dead distasteful.
When you say distasteful, on a social level?
Yes, quite distasteful on a social level.
I'll update your profile.
And as this broken up astral galleon guides into the deck, the bow has painted on it the last breath. There's a tall, white-haired man, a metal mask over the bottom half of his face, a tight V-shaper over his white, loose linen shirt. He puts his boot up on the rail, and his creaky galleon leans and lists. A disembodied hand perches on his shoulder, and lightning from the cosmic storm flashes behind him. His tone is inviting. His dead black eyes glint in the light as he speaks. It's dangerous out here. That menace from Xaryxis, Commander Vale, keeps sending ships into our system. But, such as it is, what are we gonna do? And as he sees Topola, his posture shifts. He kind of straightens a little bit. Says, do my lifeless eyes deceive me? Topola outside of her tower. My darling, what a surprise it is. If you've come to drive a stake through my heart, though, you're gonna have to return it first. And you see that there's a slight blush on Topola's face. I didn't have anything of the sort planned, Mr. Garganel. Of course you didn't. He kind of gives her a wink. Says, now, who might you be? Of course, the old Commodore, we are acquainted. It's so good to see you again. You know, I'd heard that the second breath had survived. Crux. I'd like you not to be talking about my ship. Grimzod just kind of nods. Hops off the boat onto the dock. I'm afraid none of you are familiar to me. So, hey, give it a little bit of time. We could get familiar.
Is that an offer?
Might be if I knew what your name was, little man.
Podget, loan. And Podget's gonna hop off their seat, walk over, hand out.
Grimzod shakes her head. Captain Grimzod Garganel, he, him.
Your ship. I don't have any records of it. Could I get the statistics on it?
Maybe once we get a little more familiar, huh?
Podget, you can't
So
ask people.
Why not? The
It's
records aren't complete.
It's rude, Podget.
Have I offended
Is it a
you?
euphemism? Is that a euphemism, or like is he actually asking for the ship details? Because like I feel like
asking for the ship details.
This is like
It's
one
just
of those
it's
things
just
where
rude.
you don't ask
Is it a
anybody their
bad
age,
word?
right? You don't ask ship
right?
details.
Is that what's happening?
I'm sure your ship
Yeah.
is incredibly adequate, though.
Hi, I'm Silver.
Silver. Oh, that's a name. There's a lot of men what live and die in pursuit of silver.
You didn't tell me that. I'll update.
What? I embarrassed. What? So I was gonna walk off.
Xeno is back to looking like their traditional human appearance that they first boarded the ship with. And they will do a little quick bow, not like super deep or anything, but a respectful gesture, and introduce themselves as Xeno.
Xeno. Curious. It's not a name, it's a thing. You don't seem like a thing.
And depends how things go. But
Things go how things want, so I hear.
And finally,
sorry,
I haven't
Vega?
introduced myself yet, Xeno.
Go
Vega
ahead.
Bright Sails at your service.
Plenty of song. I'll start singing.
Vega Bright Sails. Now, that rings a bell, but I can't quite recall.
My mother's pretty well known. So is my father.
You sure he's your daddy?
I am quite sure.
Alright. Meant no offense. And he gestures with his right hand to the disembodied hand on his shoulder. Says, "This is Lefty. He's a real good friend of mine." And the index finger raises and waves. Says, Tobe, you wouldn't mind if we docked for a while, would you? Says, I guess not. Flicks her hair out of the way. She turns around and starts to walk inside, and Crux quickly follows.
Is it his left hand, or is it like
just a standard left hand?
or is it just a left hand?
Is lefty
you
actually a left hand? This is important.
As you look, he has no hand on his left arm.
Ah, okay.
So it might be his left hand.
He says,
Animated his own hand. Interesting.
Does that?
Stop.
He looks back towards the ship. All right,
I thought.
you dead dogs. Get the ship repaired. I'm gonna see what I can find here. Have a talk with old Tope. And you see that the entire crew of this ship, they are all undead. The majority of them looking like Grimzod. But you can see walking around with a billy club is a one-eyed zombified ogre. And as it steps behind somebody not doing their job, he whacks them on the back of the head with the club. And goes back to pacing the deck.
Entire crew of some form of undead, from what we can see.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Most of them look like Grimzod. There are a few skeletons. There are a few zombies.
okay.
But most of them appear to be Vam-pirates.
Have we ran into Vam-pirates before?
Pirates? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, on the Moon Dancer? Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You would know that Vampirate is... It's what they're called, but they don't drink blood. They're energy vampires.
Oh, okay.
and basically one becomes a vampire by dying and drifting into the void of space, and death being like, hey, I don't want you. Go back.
Oh,
Okay.
Ouch. So, yeah. See, if we had the statistics of your ship, we could have helped with the repairs, but... Oh well. And then Podget's gonna scamper up after Silver.
Okay.
Silver is an unholy shade of like, dark purple in the face area.
Are you alright?
Never better. How are you, Podget?
Is this how you are normally supposed to be?
No.
Is this
I'm
due
less-
to the many people who have chased after Silver?
No, oh my god, Podget. I usually do the chasing. We're
Were
just
you a
not talking
bounty
about this. Am I a what now?
Were you a bounty hunter? One who goes and collects people and chases?
No, not that kind of hunter. I do have some notches in my belt, though. Podget.
I'll update the records. Okay. Notches in belt does chasing.
At that point, Grimzod kind of sides up to you, Vega. Says
hello.
absolutely.
he leans in very close. Your features are Xaryxian. You with them.
I didn't grow up there.
That doesn't answer my question. They got colonies everywhere.
No. It's against everything that I was raised.
I guess we'll see.
If my mother left for reasons, that should be enough.
The way I hear it, if your mother wouldn't have left, she'd have been a rich woman.
So you do know who my mother is?
There's a reason I asked you if you were sure who your daddy was.
Are you trying to say my mother was,
Little Silver.
I would toe real carefully with your next words.
A lovely woman? Of course your mother's a lovely woman. Ample in her affections.
Yes, I am very aware who my father is.
Alright. Your
Considering
ears
I
are a
have
little short. And he kind of gives you a nudge. So, what are you all doing out here?
those two points at, if Silver's within eye range, points at Silver and Xeno. Their planet was is about to be
Seated.
destroyed. Yeah, seated.
That's a shame. You gonna do something about it?
I would like to, because it's beyond fucked up. Nobody deserves to lose their home.
Yeah.
And it would be the entire planet.
Mm-hmm.
Always is.
What do you know about that? We had to go a long ways to find that information. And fight
I
some people.
know. I know that the Xaryxians, they got rich ships, and I like money. I think it suffices to say that we ain't friends. In fact, my ship, I had a fleet. I was an admiral until about 2 days ago.
Did they take out your helms as well? Or
Dunno. Couldn't stick around long enough to find out.
Who's your Spelljammer?
Agony.
Have you checked the spelljamming room?
On my ship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go in there often, but the ship moves, so not too worried about it.
Doesn't mean it's not. It doesn't mean it's okay though.
What do you mean?
Paget, would you like to explain what happened on our way here to your spelljamming room?
oh, that was the whatever those things were. Went for the brain. I don't have one of those though, so it helped. My helm is magnificent. There's nothing wrong with it now.
Correct, Paget.
Vague. Look, I don't know what your plan is. But we're going to be here for a while. So if you want to talk, you know where I'll be.
All right.
Understood.
I gotta see if there's any spark left in that old flame. He goes walking towards the tower.
Well,
Paget, if you want to get the statistics on the ship, now's your time. Go.
I was going to offer to assist in any repairs, but
you might
That's
as
fine.
well just have a look around if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
Vega's got a good point. But totally your call.
maybe.
Silver, you doing all right over there?
Aye. What's up, Silver? Xeno's gonna go
I'm-
flourishing over. And then just kind of like...
Nothing. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And
This is the normal.
Everything's fine.
give me a second.
Sure.
Bless the entity.
Yes. Xeno's gonna produce a small piece of parchment and a little pencil and go, I don't know if I can replicate this shade correctly.
I get that. I don't. How dare you? Also, I like the fact that you went back.
Went back
Yeah.
where?
Uh-huh. It's a nice shade of not pale you are, sir.
You do look rather similar when you're not that And that's you even when it's not you, and I've made sure to update that way. In case this is you, then we know it's you.
Exactly.
I like the way you look.
I appreciate that, but
No. The entity has spoken. No.
Whoa! I think I heard whoa.
He said whoa. It wasn't no, it was whoa.
I think I'm funny, okay?
Okay.
but
So, while I was being told of things, did you make a plan? Or do we still have end goal?
I think we're still at the end goal. We just need to figure out what to do next. Also, is it warm in here? Or is it just me?
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't we being told about, this is half a question for the storyteller? Weren't we also told that Grimzod had the map we needed? Like that was part of the okay.
Yeah.
Just
So what you were told was that you were given the wild space orrery by Topola. The thing that when you're in a pocket of wild space, it gives you a basic labeled map of the solar system that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
What Topola told you is that where Crux is trying to go, Doom Space, where these people are gathering who are opposing the Xaryxian Empire,
Mm-hmm.
Crux doesn't know how to get there. What Topola said is that she's never been that far, but she knows someone who has. And that would be Grimzod Gargano.
Excuse me.
okay, that's who I thought. So depending on how, I guess, far Grimzod is into wooing Topola.
Paget don't give a fuck.
Silver's Silver's a little less shy, but gonna go find him about the Doom Space thing since we got distracted by the fact that he's very charming.
That's a good idea.
It should take a
Paget?
bit. The other auto gnomes are, I believe, resting. They were overwhelmed.
Well, Paget, would you like me to accompany you over to the ship for extra details? While Silver, and potentially Vega, go and investigate how the map can be derived, or where things
We
can
could
be derived.
ask, or we could go find it. Those are both options, and one has... It's not looking great. It could be fun, though.
It could be.
What?
But Silver, thank you for your comment, but I am more comfortable in other skins at the moment.
I mean, whatever's gonna make you comfortable, but I'm guessing you don't hear people getting to compliment you.
No, you are very, very correct in that.
But you're worthy of the compliments. So I'm gonna go find Grimzod and see if we can figure out where Doom Space is, and you guys have fun not invading that ship.
Well, of course, that would just be rude.
Are we pirating the Vam-pirates?
I like that idea. We're like Uno reverse Vam-pirates. Yeah, let's do this.
I do have to charge, so in a way, I suppose that checks.
Okay. Well, we just have to make sure everything is shipshape. And if we run across anyone, They're just making sure things are in order because they're a dock, you know. Sometimes some undead help might be a little unreliable. I mean, skeletons might overlook something, zombies might accidentally knock something over, you know.
Just be careful with the ogre.
That seems rude to assume because of their status when it comes to living that they're inefficient at their jobs.
Have you seen them?
You hear another skull get cracked with the club.
That is a sign they are inefficient at their jobs.
Make sure you update your notes.
All right. So is Silver going alone to seek Grimzod, or
Yeah, Vega's going.
Is Vega's going?
Yeah, Vega's going.
This is going to be the most awkward interrogation ever. But let's do it.
I'll answer all your questions.
as the two of you approach the tower and enter, you see Crux is standing in the foyer with his arms crossed and a scowl on his face.
Oh, what's the matter, Commodore?
I don't much like vampires.
We know. So what made you mad now?
Especially that.
What's wrong with Grimzod?
I just don't like shifty man having an animated hand.
I have a question. I am so sorry. Did that hand do something to you?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Go on now.
I'm sorry.
Rumble, bumble.
Is he busy wooing Tupela?
Woo-too?
I ought to go in there and blast these dead guts out.
I'll go in
No.
there. What are they doing?
Yeah, we're going. Yeah, what are they doing?
Grimzod can take care of all that himself.
Oh my God.
Should we knock first, or should we just do it?
Vega's just gonna open the door. She don't give a fuck.
All right. So we're following Vega.
Vega brood sales.
As you enter the main room, you see that Topala and Grimzod are sitting at the table that you guys were sitting at earlier. Grimzod has a short glass of a nondescript amber liquid, and Topala's sipping her tea, and they both look up. Grimzod says, "Well, that didn't take long at all. Usually it takes at least a few days before somebody needs my attention again."
Well, Topala here told us just pretty much like right as you were arriving, the timing was utterly immaculate, that you know where Doom Space is, and I am interested in knowing that.
You want to get to Doom Space, huh?
Yes, I would very much like that.
I can get you there. It's not much out there anymore since, the Doom happened, but
Yeah.
sure we can find something out there to make the trip worthwhile. Find a way to pass the time.
So okay. So okay, I don't know what the doom is. I don't know what any of that meant, except for the past the time part. I understood that abundantly clearly. So what happened? Why is it called Doom Space? I was unaware there was nothing out there. I don't.
The star in that system collapsed. It's become a black hole. It's stabilized by magic for the time being, but before it was stabilized, it was drawing in major planetary bodies and destroying them. But the Mercane saw to that, so it's stable enough now that Doomspace should only lose 1-2 more planets before it's fully stabilized. You wouldn't be going out there to seek this alliance against the Xaryxian Empire, would you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what. You convince your captain out there to join my fleet. I'll take you to Xaryxis space. I'll take you to Doom space. I'll take you wherever you want to go. It could be a long, wild ride.
She'll look at Silver, be like, "We talked to Commodore's husband."
We also I think that's a brilliant idea.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the only way he'll go along with it.
Probably. Give us a little bit. We'll get back to you.
He looks over to Topola. Sounds like I bought us a little more time.
She's going to take a look at Topola. She's going to take a look at Topola to see.
Blushed. I would just like to remind you, Grimzon, I broke things off. There will be no shenanigans on your part. Am I clearly understood? You know, I once met a piejack on Stardock. You know, piejacks, they sing the same song their entire life. Took me 15 minutes to teach her a new one. Again, full flush from Topola.
Silver's gonna go ahead and step on out.
Yep.
Right.
Vega's just gonna step on out, and she's just like, "God damn it. Okay, let's go talk to the first mate."
Alright. So as the two of you head back towards the second breath, Zeno and Paja, describe to me what your plan is to get aboard the last breath.
Well,
Podget's actually gonna look up at Zeno, like, adjust their hat, get all
Yeah.
snug. Do you have a plan?
I do have a plan. Thought process.
Is it a good plan?
Well, let me tell you, and then you can judge.
Okay,
So,
you shall judge.
now, it's docked where they're here of, the understanding and that the ship is here by the grace of the dockmaster and everyone else of this situation. So we, in our wish to make sure that everything is safe, secure, and up to spec, because records are very important. Detailed records are very important. We can go aboard. You can go aboard specifically. I myself can, well, I could potentially look like one of their crew and escort you around.
What exactly are we trying to accomplish? Because if they have in fact gone into the Doom, it might be in the Spelljamming Helms system.
That was my thought. I wanted
But
to
it's not my helm, so...
Yeah. If you could get a look at their helm, would you have a pretty good idea of the, for lack of a better term, shape that it's in?
I don't know, DM, would I?
The helm is a fixture. So it's possible for a ship to be in shit condition and have a pristine spelljamming helm, and vice versa.
So, if we went in there, it's possible we could get coordinates for something. But
You would have to take some time to study. It's not impossible.
Right.
At least the way Flapjack had his setup. There was a basic log of previously discovered locations. But that was a Flapjack specific feature. So it's hard to tell.
This helm may or may not do that. Or if they do it in a different way. Okay.
Everyone's different.
Got it. Okay. So, barring finding any actual coordinates. Now, we heard Commodore Crux loudly proclaim on several occasions, Xeno's looking around, make sure there's nobody around, that he just don't trust those Vam-pirates. And he don't really like them. So, I don't know, I think checking for the sake of a peace of mind that Grimzod is not going to spring anything on us would be nice to also have some knowledge on. And I think if I were to make myself appear as one of the crew and state, should anybody ask, that you are here per request to just check the status of the ship, and I am your specific escort to make sure that you don't go into areas that we absolutely will try to get into, but you're not supposed to.
Yes. This has a 23% chance of working. You realize this?
23%? Ouch. I would have given it at least a 35.
That's not how Okay. So you want the numbers to change in your favor. I'll add that to your profile.
May the odds ever
So-
be in our favor.
What's the plan?
The plan
So-
is, as soon as the coast is clear, Zeno is going to eyeball one of the crew. One of the crew that looks, not like a lowest ranking member that gets beat on the head by the troll. But one of...
Ogre, thank you very much.
Oh, I thought it was a troll. I'm sorry. My bad.
It's an ogre.
Ogre. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend. They're going to use their changeling ability to shapeshift themselves into said crew person, and also make sure. Now, does Grimzod's crew, do they actually have like a uniform or something that they wear, or do they just they're kind of all over the place? Okay, didn't think so.
Yeah.
Because they're
It's a pirate crew.
That's what I assumed, but just thought I'd check. I make myself look like one of them, and basically, per request, sure, we'll say if anybody happens to ask as I'm escorting Podget around, we'll say we're here at the request of Commodore Crux to make sure that everything is on the up and up.
You took literally the worst person to lie to anyone with you, Zeno. I hope you know this.
I know. I know.
Perfect.
So, you change your shape into this gaunt, pale vampirate. Not super dissimilar to your natural form.
Thanks. Zeno, you need to get more sun, huh?
I know where there's a star.
As you climb aboard the ship,
What'd you say, Milo? I didn't hear
Ow.
it. Oh, I see. You said ow. Gotcha.
Ow.
as you climb aboard the ship,
Mhm.
nobody really seems to take notice. Most of the undead are devoted to their task. A few of the vampirates look up. One of them kind of gives you a nod. Before, I assume you're heading to the door at the base of the forecastle?
Yeah, and where Zeno's going to keep an eye out to kind of wait until there's not a whole bunch of traffic looking in that direction, and or do it at the most, but attempt to pick out the most opportune time to head towards there. But yeah, we'll be heading to the forecastle.
What you can get from initially getting up on the deck, Podget, is that this is, or at least used to be, an astral galleon. It's roughly the same size, shape, and specifications of the Moondancer. Except for this ship, all of the sails are torn. The hull has massive breaches in it. It's a ghost ship.
I'd like to clarify that I did go over what will, if somebody asks on the crew, what Podget will reply with, but if it goes beyond that, Podget's on their own. We'll go from there.
Oh God. Okay. Worst person to pick to go with you.
Yes. I will be close
As you approach the doors to the forecastle, materializing out of the deck in front of you. An ethereal form, half of the flesh on the face melted off. Huge horns curl and move back. A tiefling not unlike Silver, but definitely ghastly.
An apparition of sorts?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Appears rising out of the deck in front of you. What are you doing, Ezron? Captain's orders. No one boards until the captain is back on deck.
Sorry, just getting a little ahead of myself. I had the project here from off the dock. We're going to take a bit of a look around per Commodore Crux request to make sure everything is in order. But if it's a bad time, we can come back.
Commodore
the
Crux.
Spelljammer?
What was that? Sorry.
Commodore Crux. Since when do we take that old bloated gift's word for more than just a blast of hot air that it is?
What did you
He's
say?
a fucking Boy Scout. We're pirates. Fuck him. Take his little wind-up toy back to the dock.
Alright. You heard.
Are you Agony?
I can be if you piss me off.
Is that a changing of your name depending on the situation? I was just wanting to speak with the Spelljammer.
Oh, I can see your servos whirring.
Podget starts to do the little spark things with their hands a little bit.
Man, oh, it's so sad to see him, isn't it, Ezron? Little metal things that think they're alive. Sad.
Aye, do be getting ahead of himself, does he? But
You just wind them up, and watch them go.
hey, Podge.
It seems that maybe you don't have a right to talk about life being undead.
At least I lived once. All you are numbers in a processor. It's all about the data, right?
Probably by Crux be asking him to come and do the checkover. You know, there could be something we might have missed. Such a thing.
Yeah, well, Crux can stuff it up his ass.
I got a big enough one for it, eh? Alright. On back there, little wind-up toy. You know, give him a nudge.
You get shocked. But Podget.
Zeno's not feeling great about this, I'm just letting you know. He's just trying,
And
just
say,
trying to play it
I
along.
hope you're having back. And just walks off the boat.
Both of you roll me a perception check really quick.
Sure.
Okay. Podget's totally good at this.
17 for Xeno.
14, actually.
Not bad.
Both of you hear as the ogre zombie walks past you up to the ghost.
Mm-hmm.
You both hear, Deadeye, ready the ship. It's time.
Deadeye, ready the ship. Xeno's gonna wait until they're a safe enough distance away from any eavesdropping.
Oh, shit.
And it's right about that time that you see Vega and Silver coming out of the tower towards you.
Okay, I can see Vega and Silver.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's not that hard to miss both of them.
No, that's
I have
true.
to remember
Shiny and Shiny go on an adventure.
the Shiny's go on an adventure. Cause
Vegas shiny sales. So, Vega and Silver, you see as
are they within 120 feet or no?
Are you talking about
Yeah.
them or the two that were just talking?
Yeah, Vega and
Oh, Vega
Silver.
and Silver are within 120 feet of us, probably.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
yeah. So Podrick just kind of like reaches out to like that pretend stretch to Vega. Says they're going to leave. You should get the captain.
Silver?
Yes, Vega?
Go back to Commodore's ship real quick. I need to go get the captain. They're about to take the fucking ship, and she's gonna run inside. And she's yelling,
Alright.
She is yelling for Grimzod, get your fucking crew under control.
Silver is gonna Misty step to the other ship, to the one we came on, Commodore Crux's ship. She's gonna Misty step onto it.
The second wind, yes.
Yeah.
The second wind. Yeah, she's gonna Misty step onto it.
All right. As
So
you
we're on the
Misty
second
step
wind.
onto the
They're
second
last
wind,
breath. Okay.
We're the last.
Vega, you go running inside,
Yep.
and you see that Grimzod has already started to stand up. He says, "Oh, what is all this yelling about? I was just about to, catch up with Topor."
They're about to take your fucking ship.
You see his eyes narrow. No. And his right hand reaches out and pulls a wicked, serrated black scimitar off his belt.
Xeno
Do
and
you need a quick
Podget
way?
follow fellow behind, or no? We'll be where they're at. Podget,
Yeah,
did you say?
what are the two of you up to?
Podget's staying near the dock,
Hmm.
just in case.
I'll stick with Podget.
As you guys stand on the dock, and Grimzod and Vega are exiting the tower. Silver, what are you doing on the deck of the second wind?
Basically warning them of the same thing. Just, hey, that other ship's about to leave, and we might be doing something, but it depends on Podget, because Podget's our Spelljammer, so. But basically just be like, be prepared, just in case we need to take off real fast, and just telling the rest of the crew that.
You see that First Mate Finch gives you a nod, and he gives you a very paternal, rub on the shoulder. He says, "You've done a very good thing. You've done a very good thing. Thank you very much. Forgive the yelling that I'm about to do, please." And he turns. "All right, you scurvy dogs, start the mainsail, get the rigging." and the crew of the second wind start flying about. You see that the treant star bow starts reaching up and pulling the rigging. And it's just at that point where all of this motion is occurring that the port side of the last breath lists suddenly, taking out the back half of the dock. The two of you standing on the dock, acrobatics checks, please.
Okey-dokey.
Yes. Yes, acrobatics.
You got this, Podget!
The dice doesn't even want to deal. Hold on. Ooh! 20! Not natural.
Nice.
Okay.
14.
How's that for not alive, you fucking spirit?
All right. So, as the dock splinters flying in 100 directions, Podget, you manage to leap just in time to land on the edge of the cliff. With a 14, Xeno, you jump and you catch the edge of the cliff that this floating island, and you're hanging by 4 fingers.
Is the last breath below me or to the side of me?
It is now above and behind you, taking off into the stars.
There any mooring ropes?
Those were what broke the dock.
There's no tethers of them. Okay, hanging around anywhere. All right. Well, I'm going to reorient my grip. See if I can.
Give me an athletics check.
Okay. Please.
How far away is Xeno?
Just a few feet. If you would like to assist, you can roll at advantage.
Okay, cool.
Podget's gonna trip. Small, tiny Podget is gonna try.
That's okay.
With that +0. Yeah.
Same here, buddy.
I mean,
so I rolled an 18
assist rolls at advantage, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with Podget's steely grip, you manage to pull yourself up on the edge of the island.
Fuck.
Scrimzod just watches, his eyes narrow as the last breath begins to take off.
Damn, that was a coup.
Damn.
He looks over to Crux. How fast your ship? Crux says, that would entirely depend on our Spelljammer.
Podget, once Xeno is safe, has already been like.
Yeah, being.
Oh, there goes Podget. Keep going.
Fastest
And
boy! Not really.
Grimzod looks over to you, Vega.
Hmm?
In the hold of my ship, there's a weapon that you can use against the Xaryxians. You get my ship back, I give you the weapon, and I take you to Doom Space. Deal?
Deal. She'll hold her hand out.
Ooh.
The one that is the op. She'll hold her left hand out so he can shake it with the right.
He shakes your hand and brings it to his lips. Seal it with a kiss, and presses it to the metal mask over the bottom half of his face. Alright, let's move.
Where's
And
Silver
he,
On the ship.
on the deck of the ship.
Yeah, Silver's on the ship helping prepare for when Podget arrives.
Okay.
All
yeah,
right,
so,
Xeno.
Podget's making their way up to Silver, be like, we're gonna take that ship out. Make him all way. We're taking them out. We're taking them out. We're taking them all
We're
out.
taking them out.
We're taking them
I've
out.
got
Ballista.
this.
They are getting on the ship. We are not destroying
You can't
the
be alive
ship.
if there's fireballs! I just...
And as Crux and Grimzod get on the ship, Grimzod says, "My ship is badly damaged already, and it is brimming with alchemist fire. If we fire on that ship, it's gonna go up like a torch, and that is not part of the deal."
No, there's a weapon on the ship that we need to get, so we need to keep the ship in one piece.
Get me on the ship. Get me on the ship.
That's the plan.
If we get close enough...
Silver is going to clutch her holy symbol.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What's that going to do?
It's going to make them all horrified of me, which will hopefully distract them long enough to disable their...
Grimzod actually holds up his hand and shields his face. "Could you put that away, please?"
Put it down. I'm sorry.
Quit flashing your big holy symbol energy.
I know a lot of
Silver?
people chase Silver, but you don't need to give them a beacon to flash.
Oh my god.
I've
Silver,
seen
it looks like we're
I've seen
boarding.
the Grail.
When we get close up to board, I can make the jump. How many of you can board quickly?
I can.
Astral Elf thing. We can do that easily.
All right.
I gotta get on the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, you gotta climb over.
Exactly.
I can help with that.
Swing over.
Yeah, I can definitely help with that.
Good.
All right, little man, your time to shine.
Let's
Fly this thing.
On it.
And Commodore looks between the two of you. "I give the orders on my ship. Thank you."
She's gonna look at Commodore, then give the orders, or I'm gonna have to. So let's go.
And he looks over. "Podrick,
We'll see who's not alive.
fly like the bats of hell are at your tail, boy."
You got it, Captain. Podrick's gonna book it down. Sit in that nice, lapis lazuli seat with all the rivets and the brass and the copper wires. And we're booking it.
So the ship begins to take off in pursuit. Those of you who are still on the deck, Grimzod drops down to his knees and he takes that scimitar and he opens up the nub on his arm, drawing the blade across it, and begins to make shapes on the deck. A shimmering wave of magical energy emanates from it with the last mark. A quick... Grimzod stands up, rewraps the nub. "That should take care of the approach. We should be invisible to them until it's too bloody late for them to do anything about it. So stay quiet." When Lefty gives the order, we make the jump. And again, the finger raises and waves. Paja, I assume you're taking double moves?
Yes. Podrick's making them double moves. Catching up as fast as possible.
As you guys jettison into this cosmic storm, lightning flashing all around you, it is a little bit hard to see. There are bits of astral hail that glimmer in the light like crystallized gold dust. As you list and fly, I do need a survival check from the Spelljammer, please.
Hell yeah.
Just to make a quick note that Xeno, once they're away from eyes and looking and anyone
14.
noticing, they will revert back to their human form. Or revert over to their human form.
All right. Wonderful. With a 14, it's difficult, Podget,
Actually,
but through your sense of your own air bubble, being in the spelljamming helm, you do have a brief insight into where another air bubble large enough to conceal a ship would be. It takes an hour and a half, but as you break through the other edge of this cosmic storm, you see the edge of the astral sea, that thick gray mist. And you see beneath you, about 60 feet, the last breath, as you sail above it quietly, invisible for the time being.
Yeah, Podget's gonna get a little bit of ahead and kind of curve the ship around.
Super quick,
And
Avery.
let them know.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, and let everyone know that we've about 60 feet.
Gotcha. I'm going to rescind that, actually. I'm going to keep my form as one of their crew. I'm just going to let people know, hey, it's really me. But I just look like a vampire. I may play a vampire on TV, but...
Grimzod looks over. Yeah, you. We wouldn't call ourselves that. We have some other pretentious name that definitely doesn't have some allusion to a giant fucked up familial complex or anything.
Never. Never.
As the ship Are you trying to get closer than that 60 feet budget, or are you maintaining height?
I'm maintaining height and kind of getting around, so there's some maneuvering if needed. Because if I remember, it's about 120 feet for what they're trying to do. But if they want to get closer, they gotta let me know.
Scrimzod looks over the edge. You think you can make it all that distance? Or do you need a helping hand?
Who was that to?
The lot of you.
The crow's mass is probably closer. 30 feet, right?
They're beneath you. So
90.
yeah, if you went up in the crow's nest, that would take you in the opposite direction of the last breath. You're above them.
I'm talking about the last breath's crow's nest.
Oh, pardon me. Yeah, that would be about... Yeah, that'd be 30 feet.
Yeah, if I remember, I can only go...
You can only take yourself when you teleport, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Otherwise, I'd be totally on your back.
I'm pretty sure Misty Step only can take one person depending on the spell slot you use. Higher spell slots, but I only have the spell slot where you can take yourself.
That's fine. If
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say if we're maneuvered down to where Vega is looking to step over or teleport over to the crow's nest, if we have a rolling ladder that they could throw down, Xeno could scamper down that.
There is a rolling ladder.
I
The
can make it
Grimzod looks over. Says, I can take 2 people down with me.
Then take Silver.
Silver, definitely.
Silver can Misty Step, but if she doesn't have to waste a spell slot, she'll take it.
Mhm.
She'll take that offer.
Yep.
Is your jammer coming along?
Budget, you coming with? Somebody.
You want me to leave, Captain?
Crux looks down. He looks over at Grimzon. This weapon better not be like the lie you peddled on Eden Prime, Grimzon. And you see the corner of Grimzon's eyes curl up. Oh, come on, Crux. You know I don't ever tell the same lie twice.
Xena would like to insight check that.
Go for it.
Vega's about to say, if you lie to me, I will gut you. I will
All-
gut you.
All I'm going to input is that if they don't have a Spelljammer or a Spelljamming helm, they cannot move.
And Budget, they need to get beat for some of that shit that they said.
It's not the first time, it will not be the last, but I am alive.
Or what did they say to you?
Xena will.
You know, what they say normally about
They called
living
Podget. They call Podget a
wind-up toy.
Crux's wind-up toy, basically, to send around.
Which one? You know what? She's gonna look over the edge. Which one said it?
Dead eye.
Did I?
Deadeye.
Avery,
Okay, that bitch is mine.
20 not natural on my vibe check.
He's mostly telling the truth.
I assumed.
You get the distinct feeling that if it suited him
Of
to tell the
course.
same lie twice,
Heck yeah. Let's do this. And just remember that I am looking like one of their crew, so I can try to blend in and do some sabotage.
alright?
Before we go, she looks at Zeno. Now,
Yes.
we try not to get mentally manipulated again and try not to kill me and push me off the edge of a ship again.
Right.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Few things to go over before we get down there on my ship. The pirate code consists of 4 articles. 1, no eating each other. There will be no partaking of any flesh or blood of another member of my crew. And since you're going to be on my ship, you're part of my crew.
Okay.
Article 2. No hymns.
No
Oh,
hymns.
thank fucking God. No, you see Vega just like, oh, finally I get a break.
Article 3. The coward's consequence. Anyone who abandons their post will be marooned or shot. Article 4, which unfortunately we're going to have to break today. No shipboard conflicts. All disputes are settled on land.
It's to prevent mutinies, Project.
Does it say?
So we get down there. I take control of my ship because they know the code. I'll deal with them when we land.
Mr. Grimsot.
Admiral, go ahead.
Does the land have to be real?
It has to be able to be stood on.
Do we still have the dirt from the other ship?
I believe we do.
Okay.
Plus, I can make an illusion.
That's not real.
I know. That's why I asked if it had to be.
At that point, Grimzod wraps an arm around Xeno and an arm around Silver. Steps up onto the rail.
Bye!
Lefty crawls up to his brow, gives a salute, and he falls backward off the rail with Silver under one arm and Xeno under the other.
Hell yeah.
Was that a yes or no to the breaking of the Spelljammer helm?
That's a no.
Okay.
But if we do it internally, I don't think there's an issue.
So, the two of you that are still on the deck of the Second Wind, what's the plan?
Yes.
I know, Vega, you're Starlight stepping?
Like, she's going to, after she makes sure is Podget getting on the ship or not.
Yep.
That's the question, because if
Is
Podget
Vega-
doesn't have to stay on board,
They'll go.
If
Podget's...
you leave the air bubble, the Second Wind will stop moving.
Hmm.
So, Podget's gonna stay and
Alright.
get everyone prepared to start firing.
Cool.
But not fire, because apparently we don't want to cause an explosion.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
So Vega's
She's
gonna
like, see ya, Podget.
and she moonwalks.
Nope, she's gonna walk right off and then vanish in a swirl of stars and then appear on the crow's nest.
Those of you that are under Grimzod's arm, it's a quick descent all the way to the main deck of the ship,
Nice.
Whee!
where Grimzod does. Well, it would be a 3-point landing, but he has two people under his arms. He just lands on a foot and a knee, and the crew looks up. He says, "Right." And Vega appears in the crow's nest. The crow already reaching for a pistol.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Turn the faceless!
Looks over. "Oh, right. Sorry. I won't do that. I'll just..." And he hands you the gun.
Thank you. Boy, she gives him a little pat and then she's gonna grab a rope and slide down.
Oh.
Watch your foot in there, splinters.
It's fine, sweetheart. This isn't the first ship I've been on. And then she'll just slide.
All right, ma'am. And then she
You do that
slides
classic,
down.
take out your dagger and cut the sail and bring it down. Write it down.
Just slide it down, probably roll on the deck and be like, alright, fuckers, I'm here.
As you see
Love it.
the ogre zombie Deadeye turn. Just... Grimzod looks up. Don't worry, Daddy. I know it wasn't your plan. I'm not upset. I am gonna shoot you, but I'm not upset.
Xeno will roll
All right.
to mix in with the rest of the crew.
You said you're using an ability.
Turn the fates.
Silver?
If it looks like they're gonna resist, yeah, so I'm gonna bring up a holy symbol and use Turn the Faithless.
It looks tense, like people have hands on weapons, but nobody's making any moves.
Okay, the first weapon that goes up that's not Grimzod's, she's going to use Turn the Faithless, so I'm just gonna prepare the action.
Gotcha. So as the moment is tense, the air is heavy. The forecastle doors open up, and a black-haired vampirate in a long blue and silver brocade jacket steps out.
Vega's like, another hot
But
one.
you see that extending from his head are two ethereal horns. And his voice overlaid with the voice of agony. Says, your command of the last breath is at an end, Grimzod. We've had enough victories at your hand to last 10 death times. We should have never took that star moth. You did this. And we're not having it anymore.
Slowly turns to Grimzon and folds her arms, holding the gun, peeking out. Like,
Grimzod holds his stump and his hand out in a futile gesture. We voted on raiding that star moth. I didn't make that choice alone, Agony. And if I remember right, you voted in favor. We share the plunder, we share the responsibility, we share the consequences. Besides, that weapon that we got is worth all the gold in the galaxy. So I would suggest that you tread carefully with what you're about to say. Brissy?
Yeah, Xeno wanted to inside check this conversation and
Give me a roll.
see who's see if they're spitting back and forth, you know, this whole vote thing and what happened and going after the Star Moth.
Okay.
And I rolled a 19 and I got a total of 23 on the check.
With the 23, they both believe they are telling the truth.
Okay.
There is some very genuine animosity between Agony and Grimzod.
Mm-hmm.
And with the 23, you can tell that this business with the Star Moth is just the latest thing heaped on to whatever animosity has been brewing between them for quite some time.
Got it. Okay.
Grimzod looks around. You all know the rules. All conflicts are settled on land. The captain is aboard the ship. We'll settle this when we make to port. Is everyone clear? And as the spirit departs from the body it was possessing, she moves all the way up to be nose to ethereal nose with Grimzot. I'm going to take your body from you. You don't deserve it. And she disappears in a wisp of smoke. Go ahead.
Huh?
Who is Xeno closest to right now? Party-wise.
I would probably Vega.
Okay.
Vega, Silver, that you guys all dropped on
Yeah,
the left side of
Okay.
because
Grimzon.
we were both in Grimzod's arms.
Right, and Xeno had moved off to the side to blend in with the crew.
Oh, okay.
I'd done that, just to
Yeah.
kind of moved off. But if Vega is technically the closest, or at least within...
I mean, Vega and Silver are standing right beside each other, so it's all sort of the same distance.
Okay.
A little 15-foot bubble.
Xeno's going to move a little closer to Vega and Silver and mention, I want to go see what this weapon is. And then they're going to maneuver themselves. They still look like one of the crew, and they're going to go. And they're presuming the weapon is in the hold. Cargo hold.
Yes, so you make for the cargo hold.
Yep.
As Grimzod walks over to the other vampire that was previously possessed.
Mm-hmm.
Says, Rutledge, take us up beside the second wind. We have some dickering to do with the captain. And the man nods and he says, terribly sorry, Captain. She had a hold of me before I really knew what happened. Grimzod nods. I understand, Rutledge, but I am going to carve your bottom jaw off for this. Rutledge nods. I understand, Captain. I will bear my punishment for the appropriate amount of time. Grimzod wraps his arms around him and gives him a tight hug. This is the way. And as the last breath begins to ascend to be beside the second wind, what are those of you staying on the deck of the last breath doing?
Oh.
I'm gonna keep an eye out, or Silver's gonna keep an eye out for this agony person, because that last threat sounded like she wasn't quite done.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of making sure that they don't just materialize and try to take a hold of Grimzod before whatever we're doing now gets finished.
Trap this ghost if we can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just keeping an eye out for ghosts.
So, Grimzod, you failed to mention a few things.
And what was that?
The star moth.
You didn't ask.
What did you take from the star moth?
Lots of gold, a spell jamming helm, a weapon.
What is the weapon?
Well, I assume your friend's about to find out. That one's shifty. I'm gonna have to keep 2 eyes on him as often as I can. It's fair.
God damn it, Xeno.
But the weapon will be returned to your custody, and if you would like to take the weapon onto the second wind, I have no rebuttal.
I just want to know what it is.
You'll see.
Will I be pleasantly surprised or infuriated?
Probably both.
Also, I do not trust your Spelljammer in the slightest.
Rutledge? That's my son.
Agony. You said Agony was your Spelljammer.
It's complicated. It's a husband and wife team. What are you gonna do?
So, your daughter-in-law wants to kill you.
Isn't that every family?
She said she wanted to take his body specifically, which
That's a little weird.
That can be done.
I guess if you
I'm
keep
not
it
there.
in the family.
Silver?
I'm
No.
I was just gonna
Silver
say.
I'll be over here. Just walk away.
Damn it! I had a good joke for that.
All in the family.
I could keep it in your family. She walked away.
Purple.
Gets a little upset. No.
Podget's like leaning over the rail, trying to wave Silver down, like making like gestures, like, "Are we blowing up the ship?"
So Xena,
Not yet.
as you descend
Not
into
Wait until I leave.
into the hold of this vessel, the floor is lined with dirt. There are cots swinging, bunks, sleeping bags, hammocks, and then a door that you would assume leads to the brig.
Okay.
You see that there are several large locked trunks and foot lockers
Okay.
that are sort of scattered throughout the cargo hold. But nothing overtly catches your eye.
Okay. I'm going to use. Oh, snap. I didn't take that. Crap. Never mind. I was going to see about detecting magic, but I didn't prepare that. That's a Podget thing. So,
Hey.
So I see some crates, I see some stuff, but I don't see anything. I don't see anything that looks. Is there anything with special or strange markings? Anything?
You see that most of the crates and footlockers have that depiction of a star moth that you saw on the armor of the astrals.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But you do hear from behind you. So you're trying to get a look at that weapon?
Do I recognize the voice?
Yeah, it's Grimzod.
Grimzod.
Vega's stomping behind.
I am. I'm very curious.
Come with me. And he walks over to the doors of the brig,
Mm.
opens them up with a key around his neck.
Someone in the brig, I'll bet. Person. Or creature. Maybe. Oh. Did we lose an Avery?
I believe we might have lost an Avery.
Oh no!
Yep.
Oh no, they froze.
Oh no!
They did
Let's
freeze.
break the ship! Oh no!
No.
Oh boy. Oh no.
We're sorry, folks, for our...
Well, it's not a game unless there's technical difficulties.
Yep.
Maybe Avery dropped something and made it a game. But no, this whole time Podget's just trying to flag down Silver like, what's the plan? What happened? They called me a tinker toy.
Mm-hmm.
Silver would call up and be like, it seems like the situation is currently under control. However, I'm on the lookout because Agony threatened everybody. So we're watching out for that bitch specifically.
Mm,
Okay.
with
Again,
the horns.
This is an 18 plus stream. So
Yep. Unfortunately, our
yeah.
DM / storyteller is experiencing some technical... Oh, there they go.
Oh.
And hopefully
have 'em
we'll
back?
be back soon. Hopefully
Hold on.
soon.
Yeah.
They just disconnected, and hopefully they'll be reconnected.
Yep. Everything went wonky.
Oh,
yeah, no,
Once again,
Silver absolutely
it's not a
would have
normal.
been making sure Podget was appraised of what was going on. Yes, the woman with the horns. Apparently,
Yep.
something about the son, and they're keeping it in the family. And
Wait,
jealousness on
wait.
The...
So, hold on. So, if they are keeping it within the family, is this some... I need to update what I know about Vam-pirates. I'll need to ask Captain Grimzod some questions. Hopefully he is more willing to answer than he was before.
I don't know about all that.
Is wanting the destruction of one's offspring's
In-law?
partner a normal cultural issue?
You know, usually, actually,
Really?
it seems to be the case.
Really?
Oh my
That's
god!
unfortunate. That seems destruction for the sake of destruction. Although I guess I might have known that. It's been a odd day.
Silver is not the best source of information. Let's all keep that in mind. She
It's
thinks
fine.
45 years have passed and it's been 500. She has no
Obvious.
idea.
45, 500. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's all good
Meanwhile-
here.
Vega and Zeno
Oh.
back in the hole once again.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, just. Are we in fact? I can dispel the spell jamming. Help.
You know, the good news is Zeno actually told us what he was doing, or that what
Yeah.
they were doing, that at least we didn't have to wonder where the hell they ran off to and be like, damn it, which one of these zombies is he?
That is true.
Yes.
God.
That's fine.
I
I
can
wonder.
Zeno communicates.
That's good. One of us
That's
needs
good.
to. We're all bad at some sort of social skills. Although Podget has intimidation for reasons. Let's not look into that too far,
You
though.
have to understand. So does Silver actually, but her charisma is her highest. It's her spell casting. Do we get them back?
Yeah.
It's
We
an
have our-
Avery.
Actually-
Oh,
My
Comedy.
second highest, besides acrobatics, is persuasion.
yeah.
Nice.
Hi.
Maybe.
Wait, are they
Oh
back?
no.
No! Did they freeze
no.
again? Snap. Oh,
No.
wait.
No.
Okay, we
Okay.
hear you now.
Oh, yay.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Wonderful. Hold on.
No worries.
We appreciate anyone who is going to watch this. Be standing by.
Yes.
Get this
Thank you.
sorted out.
We appreciate your patience through our technical difficulties. One of us is the cause of this.
It's
Which
One of
one?
us is a
Hi.
Lysambra.
I'm the problem. It's me.
Me.
No,
It's fine.
my internet just went out. Luckily, I turned the hotspot on my phone, so we're chilling.
All right.
All right.
Sorry you lost your internet.
Oh.
There we go.
Alex.
Is it it's too cold, so your internet said no?
The packets froze.
Yeah.
Damn them.
Yeah.
And it can't be like our buddy. There's no maple syrup to massage. That's gonna make no
What?
sense to anyone watching this stream or any. Never mind. Don't worry about
we
it.
said
Don't worry
it
about
during
it.
the hunt. We said it during the hunter one
Perfect.
shot.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Okay.
If you
Hi,
haven't
Keenan.
seen that, it's on our YouTube, and it was a lot of fun. And other members.
Yes. To anyone who
Hey,
happens to
so you
watch
should
or
check that
happens to stumble across the stream, we
Mhm.
have links to our YouTube channel, to our Instagram, to our Discord server.
We
Even
have
our
all of those.
We do social media.
Sometimes.
We do. Do we do it well?
Or regularly? No. But we try our best, and that's what matters.
Yeah,
Do we?
Yes.
I
Okay.
do. I don't know about y'all,
I try
but I
my
try.
I do
Here.
things.
You're just here. Hello here.
I'm just here.
Hi here. How are you?
Don't dad
Anne
joke.
manages her own. Okay.
I manage too much shit. There we go. That is
There
my
you go.
thing.
Oh
Em
no!
tries harder than the rest of us.
When Avery was cracking that joke about
Mom, stop.
the kindred, I was all like, oh, it sounds like a very dark world.
Aw.
Okay. All right. Are we good?
Yes,
Are we?
I can hear you.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
we can hear you.
Okay.
Always.
So sorry about the technical difficulties.
It happens.
So,
We were putting keys in holes.
as I was saying,
Were we?
Yes. That's where we were at.
Mm.
We
Well,
were
Avery
put-
was.
Giggity.
I was getting. Never mind. I was what I was gonna say.
You were getting,
Go lay
you were
down.
getting keyholed.
Delish.
yes, you
was getting-
see
Dino's
that
getting
there
keyholed
is-
in the brig. Okay.
It would be the first time for Zeno.
Yeah.
Good boy.
You see this unconscious elf.
Put the shoe down.
Oh.
Oh no.
Is that what we told the
Oh.
elf? Oh wait, what does this elf look like? Does this elf look like anyone Zeno has ever seen?
Looks a lot like Vega.
Oh!
Oh.
Are they presenting as male or female elf or
It's a
is it?
ornate black dress.
Oh, I found mommy bright sails.
I will say the
But we know who her
resemblance.
daddy is, so that's fine.
The resemblance does not go so far as to be familial.
Mhm.
It's mainly like the shimmery, starry hair,
Mm,
the pallid skin,
okay.
the design of the dress looks very much in line with the sort of Art Deco style of the armor that the Xaryxians were wearing.
When did you come across her?
Uh, 4 days ago. There was a star moth headed towards this edge of the astral sea. Probably coming from the Rock of Brawl. We overtook the ship quickly. The force on the ship was more than we expected. There were Xaryxian honor guards, and they were protecting her. So,
and this is the weapon.
Yeah. It's a rare thing to see Xaryxian honor guards outside of Xaryxis space. So we took her.
This is a complicated situation. Oh boy. All right then.
You want to get in there?
What exactly would I do in there?
Well, you see,
I don't make a habit to go around being next to unconscious elves.
Yeah, I don't know. She's wounded. I figured you might want to wake her up. She didn't go down without a fight, I tell you.
If she's wounded, then might need to have someone more skilled in the area than I take a look at her. What can Xeno see? Like, what sort of wounds does she appear to have from where I can see? Hello? Oh no, did we drop again? Everybody else here? Can everybody else
hello?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Oh, I can hear you guys. I can't hear Avery.
Oh,
Oh,
there they
nope.
go.
There they go.
They're gone again.
arg.
They gone.
If I had a cell phone, I'd be like,
And this is
"Get the
why-
hell down here, Vega." I'm just kidding.
Vega's coming down.
I know.
No, it's fine. We just chilling on the deck of the ship,
Not for long.
learning
Now you'll have
Silver-
Vega mad sales.
the incorrect ways that people interact. It's great. This is all going in
More like
Podget's
livid.
records.
Livid sales. There we go.
Yeah.
Livid sales.
Silver and Podget are having a very loud conversation across
Yeah.
decks.
Love
Yep,
it.
loud
What's
conversation about how this culture works. It's great. It's perfect. It's
Fantastic.
completely accurate.
Yeah, Silver knows what she's talking about. With
Silver
definitely
knows. You're out in the world. Like, obviously, it makes so much sense
Hello.
Just it seems
Feeling-
like a lot. Seems like a lot.
Feeling super bad because, got told that
Hey,
they
you.
keep it in her family, and she just realized who her family apparently is.
Yeah.
So you just got to keep it in the family and then have some animosity and potential bloodshed to promote that family.
This got dark.
Yeah, so
Welcome to Christmas. Happy fucking holidays. Anyway.
Fucking Christmas.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Merry fucking Christmas.
fine.
We're gonna have a Krampus after us.
oh my god.
Ooh, I wonder if we
Look
can
here,
find
what?
I wonder if I can have a Krampus in Doomspace on the big flying sleigh. That would be great.
Why not? No, that seems like a bad fucking idea.
Why?
I think it's perfect.
Why are you like
Zeno,
this?
Why
we
are
keep
you
our
like
inside
this?
thoughts in our head.
That's
Hello.
an inside thought.
That is an inside thought, Zeno.
Wonderful.
Hello.
There you
Hello.
are. Is the internet back?
So yes, this is. I can open it up. You can go on in. I really don't give a shit. Do whatever you want with her. She belongs to you now.
To me specifically.
Well, you know what I mean. Romance and war.
I get what you mean. I'm just having a little bit of levity and yeah. All right. Well, since I know that since I'm aware that at some point
Vega's coming
gonna be
down the stairs now.
Xeno will step in and take a look and see if there is anything that needs to be attended to right away before we do have someone that is more skilled take a look at her. 'Cause
Give me a medicine check.
yeah, I'm not that great in medicine, but that's not bad for a
Yep.
medicine check. It would be a 17.
We'll switch it off. Silver can help with something she knows about.
Mhm.
Fine.
Yeah. We'll get to your 17, but Vega, you're coming downstairs.
Yep.
You see the scene unfolding before you. The brig doors open. Xeno's inside looking over this astral elf. Grimzod's leaned up against the door frame.
The fuck?
I told you I had a weapon.
You're saying an unconscious fucking person
Oh.
is. God, what is with us putting fucking astral elves in the goddamn brig lately? Jeez.
You're welcome in the brig on the last breath at any point, Vega.
I'm not going in there. I'm not stupid.
You sure? Could be a good time.
Is she dead,
What?
Zeno?
With a 17 medicine check, she's cut up.
Mhm.
She has a pretty gnarly stab wound through her hand,
Ew.
but she's stable. It looks like her wounds have at least been superficially looked at.
Question.
There's evidence that they have tried to keep her alive.
Question. I believe I can take my paraff of wound closure off of me, put it onto her, and would it seal her wounds?
She would have to attune to it, which would take an hour.
Okay. Might be quicker to just have Silver take a look then.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
Speaking of silver,
Yes. Relay that
Silver?
information to Vega. Sliced up, sliced through the hand, but stable. She's not dead.
the last breath has risen up to come alongside alongside the second wind. Podget, you can see Silver on the other deck. Silver, you can see the crew of the second wind.
Podget and Silver are
Yeah.
having a conversation about how relationships work, familial and otherwise, because Silver relayed to Podget everything that happened, including the keeping it in the family and the whole shit going on with the ghosts and the zombies. So they're having a very loud, involved conversation about family dynamics.
Lots of hand gestures and
Yep.
pointing.
The records have been
Snaps.
updated. I now know how vampire families work with complete accuracy, obviously, based on Silver's descriptions.
I have detailed files.
All right.
It's fine.
So are you staying on the last breath, or are you headed back to the second wind, Silver?
If it sounded like Vega was gonna go with the whatever the weapon was, and we knew Xeno headed down there, Silver is probably in the process of crossing over at that moment.
Okay. I assume the two of you below deck are bringing the body up.
I can do that.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you want Xeno to carry her? Or do you?
But you're gonna probably hold on. Let me check what my strength modifier is. You're carrying, not me.
Okay.
I have a -1.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm at least 0, so I don't have any negatives.
All right.
Silver is also the muscle, so she's the healer and the strong one. So
She's our brawny.
So as
I'm
the
the
two of
tank.
them crest the decrepit deck of the last breath with this unconscious elf in Xeno's arms, you all see the scene as members of the crew of the last breath are beginning to lash the rails of the last breath to the rails of the second wind, sort of locking planks in place so that there's a wider gangplank between ships.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Commodore Crux is just watching from the stern.
Yeah, Podget's gonna ask him. So, Captain, what would you like us to do?
What I would like for you to do, Podget alone, would be a breach of this truce we've drawn. So I say nothing for now.
Okay. I'll get ready to go back.
Xeno, are you bringing this elf over onto the deck of the second wind?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
you all find your way back to the second wind?
Yeah, once they're over on the second wind and away from the other crew, Xeno's going to revert to their actual default changeling appearance.
Okay.
Welcome
You all-
back.
You all see the scene laid out before you.
Who's that? Is that the daughter-in-law?
No, that's the weapon.
Mm-hmm. Silver,
Yes.
this individual is in need of your assistance. Zeno is going to lay them down on a place that is hopefully as comfortable as possible.
Silver will walk over and take a look at them.
Zeno will point out knife wound through the hands, various slices, that they appear to be stable. A good medicinal review.
So that is what you know. Your own analysis confirms what Zeno tells you, Silver.
All right, so question for the group as well as Captain. I'm gonna Crux.
Crux.
Thank you. My brain is just not wanting names right now. Is going to, if I heal this person, they're more than likely going to regain consciousness. Would we like to do that here, or would we like to wait?
I mean, we're not on the other ship. The other rules don't apply.
Fair.
So
We also have a brig with another elf in.
can't,
I do believe it is the captain's call, though. So, Captain.
You guys did let that astral elf go at the Rock of Brawl.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he was
Okay.
the prisoner on the other ship.
That's right.
That's
Yep.
right.
Catch and release.
It's all that chasing the silver.
We gotta refill our Pokeballs and go after them.
oh my
I think
god.
that's the opposite of-
All the astral elves.
Damn. Alright. Commodore
Getting a
Crux will
feeling for
look
her.
up. If you're gonna bring her back, at least take her down to the brig.
All right. Silver will throw the unconscious elf over without any struggle and take her down to the brig.
Pajit will
You're
walk ahead
implying
and make sure
I
the
have
doors are
struggled.
open.
I did not struggle. Thank you very much.
Okay.
It
So you
must
take her
also
down to the
be
brig.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Zeno Noodle Arms follows you.
Are you healing her, Silver?
Yeah, once we're in the actual brig and whoever wants to join as like backup or standby, Silver will then use lay on hands and give her 5 points of healing, just enough to bring her back to consciousness.
As you reach out and you put your hand on her, Silver,
Mm-hmm.
Zeno's turn.
you see that nebulous purple and, well, silver energy that has been accompanying your spells out here begin to emanate from you.
Mhm.
And as it touches her body, she begins to glow. Peals of energy like solar flares begin to lash out from her form. The air in the room becomes hot.
Ooh.
Green and teal auroras begin to swirl around her. As her eyes open, her iris is glowing like pure golden sunlight.
I like her.
Vega looks mad.
Like, what the fuck did we just get into?
Oh, dear.
Her hand wraps around yours, Silver.
Mhm. Zeno's
She sits up,
great.
and where we will end tonight's session.
Mm-hmm.
Her golden pupils twinkle,
Aw.
her voice light Who are you?
Is that directed at me?
Mhm.
I'm Silver. Who are you?
I am Princess Zadali, daughter of the Emperor Zavan, and heir to the throne of Xaryxis.
Oh no!
I am gonna choke that vampire!
And that is where we're gonna end tonight's session. Thank you guys so much for dealing with our our technical difficulties and just showing out for tonight's stream.
Thank you very much.
Our next few Fridays, however, are going to be taken up by some wonderful one-shots of wonderful lasers and feelings from our Star Shard stories. And then after that, a C-Tac by night one-shot with our wonderful Az. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope it's a good time wherever you are, whenever you're watching. We love you. Thank you so much. Check out our stuff on YouTube. It's pretty cool. Have a good night, guys. We take the hearts and we make them dance.
Hearts, we make them dance. Welcome
To the
collective.
collective.
We did
Good
it.
night!
We did it.
Night.
Morning, night, whatever it is.
Happy time zone.
Happy time
Happy
zone.
time zone.
Happy time
Perfect.
zones.